definitely making sure everything is intact and giving you guys the itinerary. Thank you so much, Jessica, for all you do. And good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Good to see everybody with your cameras on. I like people who have their cameras on because it means you're paying attention. And so, make sure you're paying attention, guys. Like Ms. Jessica said, my name is JT, or Jonathan Thomas. I'm a regional vice president. But before I get into all of that, my background was very simple. My background, I come from insurance. I did insurance for quite some time, actually 11 years. So I did insurance, but though I was making great money, the issue with me was the time, guys. How many of you out there, maybe you work a lot, or maybe you work over 80 hours a week like I did, or maybe you travel a lot. So that was me. And so in the insurance industry, it was great. But here's what happened. My mother basically got sick. And so I needed something to definitely get my time back. And so a gentleman had introduced me to what we're going to see here right now. And 11 years ago, I said, man, this makes sense. And here we are, fast forward today, we have thousands upon thousands of customers. And, it really is due to this training that you're going to hear tonight and the very simple system, guys. So I'm going to share what it is that we do just to keep this very, very simple, guys, because what we do, I honestly believe a 5-year-old can explain. Now, we're raising the bar this year, but one thing I want to tell you is that technology has changed the way we do things, right? There's a lot of things. There's digital currency. There's so many different things that are out there that technology, decentralized reserves, what we're talking about it with our healthcare. But look what happened to Blockbuster. Netflix took over. Airbnb, people look at Airbnb more than they do even a hotel first now. Then there's Uber, again, another decentralized technology, peer-to-peer. These are things that have happened, guys. Amazon has really exploded, leaving Toys R Us out there. And it's really due to this technology that we are doing something revolutionary with the healthcare industry. And I'm super excited because we have a nonprofit healthcare that, again, is doing incredible things. I'm going to share a quick video of what we're doing with the healthcare. I'm super excited about it. And it's only a 3-minute video. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to share everything that we do and how we do it. So let's go to the movies. Everybody give me a thumbs up if you can hear.
Hi, I'm Phil Chrysler, President and CEO of Impact Health Sharing. Healthcare sharing began in churches. You were asked to contribute to help Bob and Sue with their ailment. People passed the hat and you contributed what you could to help your fellow member in need. Then, fast forward, you saw great things occurring in the Amish and Mennonite communities doing exactly the same thing. Then it got a little more formalized in the 80s with some religious-based organizations, and then the Affordable Care Act came along. That's really what propelled healthcare sharing to its modern-day growth. You remember the individual mandate penalized you with a tax if you didn't have health insurance. But if you were a member of certain healthcare sharing organizations, you didn't have to pay that. Now we know the individual mandate has, of course, been reduced to zero. But in the meantime, healthcare sharing grew over 1,000% in the last decade alone. Why? Because it's an alternative to the high cost of insurance. Typically, you'll pay 30 to 50% less. Some reasons why? We're not for profit. So we have no profit motives that typically cause conflict between members, providers, shareholders, and the executive team. None of that exists with healthcare sharing and certainly with Impact. You can stop overpaying, my friends. Here's an important statistic to understand why. Department of Health and Human Services says about 5% of the population account for nearly half of the healthcare spending that occurs in this country. Majority are healthy. They're overpaying, though, for the non-healthy. Insurance has become really no longer affordable. 80% of U.S. adults rate lowering their healthcare costs as their top concern. So why Impact? Well, we're rooted in the Love Thy Neighbor approach, which allows us to welcome all races, all religions, all colors, all creeds. We were the very first healthcare sharing entity to launch this patented technology platform that really provides 100% transparency. This had never been done before in healthcare sharing, certainly not in health insurance. We have member-owned accounts. That way the money stays in your account. We have no network. You get to see any doctor you want. Again, providing full transparency on how all the money moves is something we're really, really proud of. And of course, you have no open enrollment restrictions. Membership begins the first of every month. You just got to finish that application by the last day of the previous month. We also have great pricing and programs for individuals, for families, for seniors, and for groups. And remember, friends, it's a comprehensive program for your health. So we have preventative services, maternity, accident, illness, and of course, injuries. You have access to telemedicine and an industry-leading prescription drug pricing program.
So as you can see, guys, I'm super excited about what we're doing with the healthcare product. I was able personally to save over $6,000 a year, and that was really because of this program. And I'm super excited because, again, what we're doing is revolutionary. So let's talk about what it is that we're doing in the marketing company. So the Impact Health Share, of course, works better, feels better than insurance, better coverage, better value. But let's go over some highlights, guys. It covers all comprehensive and major medical and illness, maternity, preventative care, up to 70% in savings, guys, per month. It's also an annual household deductible, not a per family member deductible. The other thing that we love is that the fact that we have the freedom to choose the physician and the facility that we want to go to. Okay, so we're not stuck in a network. This is amazing. We also have lower prescription pricing through a company called Drexy, where we're lower than GoodRx Gold, lowest in the industry. We actually have lower co-pays, co-shares, and provider fees as well. We also offer telehealth, which normally you have to pay extra for that, but we offer it for free, unlimited. You can get a live doctor and prescriptions sent directly to you, which is powerful. And not to mention, we're able to help people who do not have a social. So migrants, we're able to help and assist them get coverage, and mental health is covered. A lot of things are coming down the pipe, guys, that is going to be incredible. I'm super excited for what we're doing with the healthcare. Now, who is the marketing partner? The marketing partner is a company called ACN. Now, ACN specializes in customer acquisition. 1993 was their start date, 31 years in business, focused in the US and Canada, billions of sales and growing. But ladies and gentlemen, they are the largest when it comes to telecom, energy, and essential services in the entire world, guys. And A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau, guys, is an incredible company. But here is the thing. What is it that we do? Well, we do essential services here in the US and Canada. So if you look at what we do, wireless, high-speed internet, we do bundles, television, energy and gas, healthcare, which we just talked about, security and automation, credit card processing for businesses where we guarantee savings, travel, and identity theft, AI protection. This is incredible, guys. We do residential and commercial utilities. I love what we do because I said to myself, even if I didn't like the business, guess what? Every single one of us have to pay a bill, whether we like it or not. So that's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's talk about free service. We also are able to get free services. So more about this in the training, but imagine you get 12 energy accounts, 12 gas accounts, and you can only do this. You only do it one time a month. Okay, no quota. And ladies and gentlemen, you get free energy. Now, I haven't paid an energy bill in 6 years. I know there's people that have not paid an electric bill. In the show or the chat, go in the chat, guys. If you are not paying for electricity right now, go ahead and put in the chat, I have free energy, because this is an incredible incentive for that we get. Now, we also are able to help people with a project called Feeding America. Now, Feeding America we all seen this before through Walmart and other programs, but every time we get a service, we feed a child, and every single month they pay the bill, we feed hungry children. So I think that deserves a round of applause from everybody, because again, people have to pay these bills. and we're able to help people save money and feed hungry children. Now, let's talk about the business model. The business model is simple, guys. We go direct to consumer, no different from Airbnb, no different from Uber or any other platforms where we're able to give consumers choices, and we're able to generate income for ourselves on a part-time, very spare time basis. But here's the thing, they're able to get lower pricing because of wholesale pricing, okay, peer-to-peer. So I love that aspect. Now let's talk about the ways we make money, okay? The first way we make money, ladies and gentlemen, is called monthly customer acquisition bonuses. Now, these bonuses can be acquired weekly. So this can be weekly payouts. So imagine every 3 customers you get, imagine you can make $200 or $400 or $600 or $800. Again, no limit, no cap to what you can do every week. It's totally on you based on performance. Now, the second way is the reason why we're here. And it's the reason why I got started, is because of residual income. Because I wanted to build something that compounds, that is long lasting, that builds a legacy for my family. And when I do this, I wanted to get paid long before I'm gone. And we can all agree we all have to pay bills. So imagine you can make up to 20% month after month, year after year. You yourself are paying bills and everyone you acquire as a customer, guys. This is incredible because we don't do just residential. We also do big business and commercial billing. So I'm really excited about, again, residual income. That's why we're here. Now, the other way we're able to make income is you do have the option to share this with others. There are big business owners on this call. There are small business owners on this call. There may be a single mom on this call. There may be someone who may be just looking for extra income, okay? The good news is every single person on this call pays bills, so this could be shared to everyone and can be a benefit to every single person. So imagine when you share the opportunity to someone who's a business owner, we're going to talk about this in a second, they enroll and they get customers. Ladies and gentlemen, you can make 4% on all of those customers' billing that they acquire, and you didn't even know the customer. So that is beautiful. There's called leverage. We're going to talk about this in the training, and there's upfront bonuses, guys. But I love the cost to get started. It's very affordable for any business owner. Listen, I've been a business owner for quite some time. $299 just to get started in this opportunity, and just $25 is your only overhead, guys. As a business owner, I believe that deserves a round of applause because, listen, my CRM costs more than this entire business. Can you imagine? All right. Now, the website is going to be done as soon as you enroll. All right. So you got a website that's done for you. Training and marketing is done. Salesforce does the background, guys. The support is all done by the company. Ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is send people to your website and sign up services through your website. And that's it. That's as simple as this business is. And it can't get any simpler, guys. That you're in business for yourself. You're never by yourself. There's a simple system to what we're doing. And I want to emphasize that I'm only here because the system is so simple. I could do this around my busy schedule. So guys, that's just the overview of what we do. We're going to get into the training, and we're going to start with the compensation plan because all of you on this call want to know how you make money, right? By show of hands, right? That's what I did. I wanted to know, how does the money work? So we're going to have someone share that with us. She's a regional director in this opportunity, incredible businesswoman out of California, doing incredibly well. And it's none other than Miss Charlene Wyonka. Miss Charlene, the call is all yours.
Hello, good evening, everybody, and thank you so much, JT, for the business overview. Let's give Mr. JT a hand, our regional vice president. We're grateful for your leadership, sir. Hey, you guys, my name is Charlene Wyonka. I'm over here in California in Riverside County. I've been with the company now for quite a few years, and I have a background as a small business owner. My last corporate position was a VP of a medical marketing company, and I sit on the board of directors for a small medical group out here now. I have a very full schedule. I'm a mommy, a wife, we're in ministry, and I work and I have the business. And so because of the simple system, I was able to see success. I got really excited about the compensation when I learned about it when I got started. No industry experience in this industry, but I'm going to talk to you guys about the money. Who's interested about the money tonight? Yes? Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. So let's talk about the compensation in our company. And when you learn our compensation is going to motivate you, just like how it motivated me. And then when you teach it to your team, they're going to get motivated as well. See, we are a customer acquisition company, and compensation in our company is earned when you acquire customers. Okay. And so you got to get really good at that. So becoming customer qualified is what you want to focus on today. You want to get a handful of services. Our services are attached to a point system. You're going to learn about that in the next training segment. And you want to get your handful of services so that you can earn a $200, we call it a belief check. Okay. The reason why is because if you have ever owned a business before, we know that a lot of business owners, including myself, I put $23,000 into my first business and I did not profit right away. So to get a $200 belief check back within a few days, couple weeks here, is very important because that's going to create what's called your story. And why you want to do this is because you want to get your first promotion, you want to get your first payout, right? You want to also be eligible to earn residual income. In order to start earning residual income in our company, you have to get these handful of services in. And you can get to go to the Friday night leadership, and that's where you get all the golden nuggets. Okay, don't miss Friday nights, you guys. Friday nights is popping. Okay, you guys have to go to Friday nights because that's where you're going to learn how to really elevate your business. Okay, so we make money two ways in our company. We make residual income personally and on your team. The reason why it says personal and team is because when you focus on personal first, when you master it, when you know how to do it, if you decide to build a team, you can bless other people and build a team and show them how to do it. And that's going to catapult your business. So you want to learn it and then you can teach it. And then we also have customer acquisition bonuses. Okay. Bonuses, you can grab those with both your hands. Those are that's the upfront money. And then you can do that for yourself. And also you can help your team do it. Okay. So let's talk about the residual income, monthly reoccurring money. How many of you guys like the fact that we can earn monthly reoccurring money on bills you can pay every single month? Bills we have to pay every single month. See, we're already part of this business. We're just going to show you guys how to be on the other side of the business and getting paid for it. This residual income, we call it sleep money. This is the way that authors, actors, artists, athletes, if they get endorsements, this is how they make money. And for the average person like you and I, we can make money just by referring services, and we can make residual income doing it. So let's talk about some of these services real quick. These are our top 6 most simple and lucrative services. Okay, please take a picture of this really quick. We're going to get more into this in the next segment. But you want to get some services here, handful of services, start in your own home. Focus on these because these are going to give you, the high points and so forth. But you want to get these services in right away. If you haven't, you want to work on them in the next 24, 48 hours. Okay. So let's talk about your monthly personal residual income. Personal would be putting services onto your own website, people that you know are referred to, people in your network, so forth. Okay, so your personal points. So every service is based on a point system, just like how I showed you in the last slide. Okay, so every time you put services in, you're going to earn points. Okay, just like a game. Okay, super simple. So here are the tiers. So if you can see here, the tiers from 3% all the way to 20%. Okay, you can give yourself a raise on a weekly basis, monthly basis. The computer promotes you, which is a great thing. Okay, no politics here, you guys. The more customers you get, the more points you get, and the more money you make. It's simple as that. Okay, spare time, part time. So your career goal in our company, we call it, is actually 200 plus points. Okay, so once you learn about the point system, this is going to get you really excited because you can earn more as you grow your business. So this is unlimited, uncapped. You can make up to 20%. It's a beautiful thing. This is month in, month out, a check that you're going to receive from the company. Okay, and then we have overriding residual income. And this is where you can help your team. Okay, how many of you guys like helping people? Raise your hand. Okay, then you're in the right business. Okay, so sharing is caring here. And so 4% will you're going to start earning 4% on every level up to level 5. So what that means is that everyone you're referring to the company, okay, you're going to be able to earn 4% on their business by helping them. Okay. And we're all connected together, as we call it revenue share. And this is a beautiful thing because we're all pulling at the end of the same rope. Okay. So 25 personal points is going to get you to release level 1 and 2. So for example, if JT were to introduce me, I would be his level 1. And if I were to introduce Regional Director Marshall Stewart, he would be level 2. Okay, so it just trickles down. And this is great, again, because we're working together. Once you hit 50 personal points, that releases up to level 4. And then 75 personal points. Remember, your career goal is 200. 75 personal points, your release all the way until level 5. This is a very competitive compensation plan if you know this industry. And get excited because on Friday nights, like I said, Friday nights leadership, okay, RVP and higher, you get paid infinite levels of residual income. Okay, anything tied to infinite, you guys get excited about. You're going to learn about RVP money on Friday night leadership. So get your handful of services in so you can learn a little bit more about that. Okay, and to also just talk a little bit about, you know, the income potential we have here, I'm going to prompt a video that talks about a business owner and how he was able to get some residual income as well as help his business. Here you go.
Thanks, Harsh. I appreciate you having me on the call. Yeah, I've been in the aerospace industry going on 40 years. We have 130 employees between 2 facilities, one here in Connecticut, one in Fort Worth, Texas. And we currently are offering, Impact as an option to our standard insurance offering with Cigna. And we have 9 employees that have taken advantage of that so far. Others are very interested. And just with those 9 employees, we're saving $7,000 a month over what it would have cost us with Cigna. Not only that, but this past year, our renewal with Cigna was over $1 million. And we got a quote from Impact. And if all of our employees switch to Impact, that cost would be $360,000. So I don't know if they're all going to switch, but that number looked pretty enticing to me. On top of the things that Craig said about the great service and member-centric approach that Impact has, it's been a great thing. I love introducing this to other business owners because they can take advantage of the savings, they can take advantage of the residuals, and give back more to their employees.
Great. And so I get really excited about that video because if you think big, if you have these high level conversations, you guys, with people that you know, it could just be someone who you know, who knows someone else. We can help business owners and we can also help them make residual income too. In this case, you guys, if you were able to do the math here, I won't get into too much detail, but this account here would be a 5-figure residual income. Okay, so you can do the math and the comments with that. So I want you guys to start thinking about who do you know, who can you help, and you know, the income potential that can come with that just by helping. Okay. And so with that being said, you definitely want to run to the position of RD, Regional Director. The reason why you want to do this is because this is where it really begins in our compensation plan. Okay, so the customer bonuses here are based on performance, and they start getting really good at the regional director position. So again, CQ customer qualified. You want to get your handful of services in. You want to get paid that first $200, right? This is where it all begins, you guys. Our business begins here at 5 services. If you can just put your 5 services in, you will always get more customers, and you can also help your team get customers because you've done it. If you haven't done it yet, you won't be able to help others. Okay, this is urgent and a priority. Okay, personal customer bonuses. Okay, I love bonuses. Okay, so here, 5 services, 10 points, you earn $200. So every couple services is an extra $200. Every 3 services is an extra $200 here. So as you can see, 8 services, 400, 11 services, 600. You have to make sure that the points align too. So please take a picture of this so that you can always refer back to it. This is unlimited, uncapped direct deposit. So here, 12 months, And if you were to just put in 2 services a week, that's 8 services per month, right? That's an extra $400 per month. You guys, the average family in the United States, if they can make $400 to $500, that is a significant difference in a household, okay? So that's $4,800 of bonus money at the end of the year. That's a, donation to your favorite ministry or charity, a great Christmas, a vacation. I'm not sure, but hey, that's good. And that's just at the 400 mark. A lot of people get a lot more services than that. Okay, next up would be executive team leader. This is 30 points between you and your team. You can accomplish this by really getting just a few services in, okay, and helping your team as well. At this position at ETL, once you hit 30 points within you and your team, it's $50 for every new person that we help out. And here's a monthly example where 10 people get started on your team, $50 each, that's an extra 500, including the services that you put in as well, and those bonuses that we just went over. So you can see how spare time, part-time, this business can be very lucrative. All right, in the month of February, we have a fast start bonus. So once you hit ETL in your first 30 days, like we said, it's just 30 points between you and your team. This is very easy to accomplish. You put in your services, that handful of services. You want to tag 1 or 2 people, help them get a couple services, and now you have a $500 bonus on top of that $200 bonus, okay? And then here you can run to regional coordinator, you guys. This is 200 total cumulative points within your team. Okay, here's an example of 100 points on one team, 100 points on another team. And this is up to $150 every time someone new gets started and we help them get their services in. Here's a monthly example, 20 people getting started at $150. That's $3,000 extra in bonuses, okay? I remember when I first got started, I was sitting in a meeting and someone, one of my managers, she was just power tripping. And then I was getting text messages on my phone that I was getting bonuses. And I was really happy because I didn't have all my eggs in one basket. Does that make sense? So it's always good to have a second stream of income. You want to run to regional coordinator because in the month of January, if you had a start date in January, ladies and gentlemen, you are able to earn that $500 bonus within 30 days of your start date. When you hit regional coordinator within 90 days of your start date, you earn an extra 500, and you earn an additional 500 when you maintain regional coordinator for 45 days. That's going to happen already. So the new regional coordinator bonus is $1,000. So total when you get started, you can earn $1,500. And this is a great way to create your story again, and then also be able to, create your belief. This is a beautiful thing. And so regional director, this is the position we told you to run to, okay? Because check this out, not 50, not 150, but $250 every time you help someone get started on your team. That's a monthly example here, 30 people, 250, each person, $7,500 in bonus money, you guys. This is a beautiful thing. This is a cumulative of your team of 600 points. That's how you become a regional director. So you just want to help at least 8 to 9 executive team leaders on your team, and you can help. You can be regional director, you guys. It's pretty simple. So if you want to just help, a few people get started, and you can run to this position. People are doing it in record-breaking time, okay? So when you get started in our company, most of your money is going to come from these bonuses, helping people get started, acquiring customers yourself. But the beautiful thing is, over a period of time, your residual income, that sleep money, that check that comes in once a month while everyone's paying their bills, will supersede those bonuses. And that's where you're going to see the freedom and the independent money here that you're able to make. Okay, so you guys, my part's done. Get excited about our compensation. It's very unique. Like I said, the average person like you and I, just getting excited about helping people connect services, discounted services as well as better quality service. You can definitely make a great income with ACN. So you guys, I'm going to pass it over to my brother out in Houston, Texas. You guys, I love this guy, man. His energy, his professionalism, his passion to help and love people. He's just an amazing guy. And so he's reached the position of regional director, on his way to regional vice president. He's going to talk about customers and how to acquire customers and build your business. You guys, I'm going to pass it over to top regional director, Mr. Marshall Stewart.
Wow. Phenomenal training. Is just an incredible opportunity to listen to regional director, Ms. Charlene Wayanka. all of the amazing things she covered, especially how to make money. And she can speak firsthand. She's seen some very incredible, lucrative seasons through this business, even as a new mom and new wife and an amazing human being. So congratulations to all of your success, Charlene. And thank you for the kind words. It's all completely reciprocated. But man, it's so good to see all of you. I hope y'all are doing wonderful. Makeup looks good. Lamar, you're always looking good. You know, always a pleasure. Hey, Miss Faustina. Wesley, how you doing? Adaluz. I just love seeing people smiling, beautiful faces shining through the camera. For those of you, if we haven't had the opportunity to be friends yet, my name is Marshall. Very blessed to be a regional director in this opportunity. My background is in entrepreneurship, predominantly real estate, husband, father, man of God, you know, all these titles. And let me just tell you, the best thing about this business here is I believe God used it several years ago to change the direction of my entire life. I was in a situation when I first saw this business years back where I was tired of being laid off. I was tired of the economy dictating how much money I could make. And I knew that I needed a plan B. Have any of y'all come to that conclusion? Maybe a plan B might be helpful to do alongside of whatever it is you have going on. And for me, I only had just a few hours a week to commit to something like this. So thankfully, I followed the leaders like Mr. Jonathan Thomas and Miss Charlene Wayanka and Miss Jessica Vargas. You heard a lot about the system that we have in place. And it could be so simple that if you just follow it exactly to the T, you're going to learn how to be able to get customers and build a team alongside the leaders in just the few hours of time that I had available. And because I did that, just in my spare time, it was able to turn into a significant business where over the years, it was able to give me a lot more flexibility and time to spend with my 10-month-old son and my wife and be able to travel more and have more options rather than, you know, being dictated by a lot of other things. So I'm going to talk about the next steps about now that you know how to make the money. Let's talk about how we get customers and how quickly you can make that money today. Okay, so here's the thing. You saw Charlene talk about all the different services we have available and the point values attached. So take a picture or a screenshot if you haven't already, because it's a buffet of sexy services that we have available here. We're going to focus on just a few of them tonight, though. Okay, so when I first got started, just like all of you, every single one of us started with a website and a question. What do we do next? What happens next? 0 customers, 0 partners. Who's the first customer that I'm going to get? Are they going to knock on my door? Are they going to ring my phone? Do I get a list of leads? Where do these customers come from? Well, my mentor helped explain to me that I'm my first customer, number one. And then number two, as we share this business and, you know, spread the message of hope through this amazing opportunity, some people, the timing might not be right, or they might not be interested, but we can still help them with some of the services. And then I'm going to teach you guys a way that we can approach literally everybody and anybody that's within our network, doing it in an authentic way and not so salesy. But today, to help you get paid right away, we focus on these 2 initial sources. And here's the reason why being my own customer was so important. See, my mentor explained to me, Marshall, do you want to go from paying AT&T to AT&T paying you? Duh. I mean, that wasn't too much of a difficult conversation for me to argue back about. I'm going to get paid on my own stuff. I signed up as much as I could. It didn't matter so much that I was going to save a little bit of money or that I might have even paid a little bit of money, even breaking some contracts. Why? Because I want to get paid on my own stuff. In fact, once I signed up everything that I possibly could myself, of course, anything that makes sense, I'm going to sign up for it. Not everything I could do, but I signed up for as much as I could. It gave me belief in the services. It helped me get promoted quickly. In fact, I learned the sign-up process, so I didn't have to bother my mentors about how do I help set up someone for Zoom Energy, Jessica? How do I help enroll someone for Impact Health Sharing? I just didn't know. I mean, I knew how to do it because I signed it up. I signed up myself, you know, so I learned all the nuances. And again, what happens is I went from just being, you know, a salesperson to actually sharing my own personal experience with these services, and they're amazing, right? So in addition, I don't know if I froze for a second there. Did you guys lose me? Okay. All right. I'm back in. I'm sorry. Fast travelable here. Um, yeah, sorry, my screen's kind of chopping up a little bit. You guys can hear me okay, right? Okay, back on. So anyway, the next thing here is this is a recommended plan to help you get paid right away. You can ACN your life with your own services. So you're going to want to take a picture, take a screenshot of this, actually, utilize this with your mentor to help make sure that they're going to be the right fit for you. And you can get paid within 24 to 48 hours and create your own testimony where you're actually going to get a significant return just by getting your own services through this particular plan here. Okay, so moving forward, so sorry here. Anyway, what happens is as we're moving forward here, guys, I was able to not only just get customers of my own services and some of the people that I knew about, but in fact, I learned that we can get some of our services for free. So you heard from Mr. Thomas. You saw that we have electricity and natural gas, but there's other services as well, like identity theft protection and cell phone service, and all these things that you can get literally for free, just because we're out there getting customers that we're going to get anyway. So take a picture, a screenshot of this, and let's make it weird where if people are actually paying bills and we're looking at them saying, how are you paying? What kind of a 18th century paradigm are you living on if you're still paying your cell phone bill or your energy bill, right? You can start being judgmental about it. Maybe don't do that, right? But you can have fun with it because you're getting your services for free. So anyway, again, Zoom Energy, not only are they offering a free energy promotion, but this month, if you get a handful of Zoom Energy customers, you're actually going to get paid an extra bonus on top of everything that JT and Charlene covered. So get as many services as you can, $200 for every 6, and you can even combine them with electricity and natural gas. And just a little hint, if you know anybody in the Lubbock, Texas marketplace, right now, every single person has to choose an energy provider. Right now, for the first time, it's being deregulated in history, in that area. And so if they don't choose somebody, they're going to be forced into a company. So why not let them know you have something available like Zoom Energy and this business here and get paid on it and help them get a good service as well. Okay, so now the service that we're most passionate about, obviously, is our healthcare program because it works better and feels better than insurance. And I'm not going to lie, healthcare, when I first heard that this was the space we were getting into, I had some questions because most of the people that I know when they talk healthcare, it's a very sensitive thing. Most of us, show of hands, have any of you ever had a bad experience with healthcare? Or maybe you know someone that's had a bad experience with healthcare. It's a sensitive topic, right? And so I wanted to learn as much as I could about this service. And thankfully, some of the top leaders in this business, Jeff and Melissa Street, host an educational webinar every Tuesday. So take a picture, a screenshot of this, because when I plugged into this, I started gaining confidence. I started seeing how amazing this service is. And my questions were getting answered to the point where I could join this crusade when I saw how powerful this was. Now, as you're getting started, if you're going to want to get customers for this service, you're going to have to get accredited, which is a very short quiz that you take literally, hand in hand with your mentor. Okay, so make sure you get accredited, ask them the process, and they'll walk you through it. It probably takes 15 minutes max, and you're going to have a great, experience getting customers from that point forward. In fact, I'm going to teach you guys a great script here in just a moment, how to reach out to people and ask them about free help. Getting a free quote for their healthcare costs and things like that. If somebody is interested in getting, a quote or moving forward with it, it's as simple as going to your website, quoting them using their date of birth. And if they're ready to rock and roll, sign them up right then and there, right? But if they have some questions, there's an amazing team of impact professionals that will answer the questions for our customers and interested prospects. And then we can follow up and help them move forward from that point. So it's an exciting and easy, seamless process. In fact, one thing that I'm not sure was mentioned, that many of us are passionate about the service because Impact has our back every step of the way. Would you believe And I just want you guys to just play with me here for a second. But would you believe that there are some doctors out there that are overcharging us? Could you believe that? I was blown away. Of course, I was blown away anytime I got a doctor's bill, anytime ever. Okay. So what happens with Impact is they have our backs. They have a pricing matrix that they use to be able to help negotiate on our behalf and reduce the costs. In fact, this is a real live example of someone who is an Impact member. Their doctor billed them $200,000. $200,000 for a service that they went to go see. Now, what happened is Impact said, absolutamente no. We are absolutely not paying $200,000. In fact, our pricing matrix says this is probably more like $20,000 for this procedure. Now, this was a very, extensive procedure to be within that range, but $20,000 is a major difference from $200,000. Would you agree? In fact, it says here $179,000 in savings. I want someone like that behind me to have my back to reduce a cost tenfold, when a doctor's trying to charge me $200K. Okay. So you can see what happens where Impact is going to reduce that cost for us. And in fact, moving forward, you're going to see the what's eligible for sharing based on what Impact covers and what the member actually had to pay. It's incredible the stories you're going to get out of this. But wrapping up here, guys, I want y'all to understand something significant. I thought because I came from a background of sales and banking and in real estate and in my own businesses, things like that, I thought I had to be a salesperson here. And it was really difficult because when I would reach out to people, Miss Faustina, I would say, listen, I've got the best deal for DirecTV you're ever going to find, Miss Faustina. I promise you I can save you some money. Or, hey, Miss Melody, I guarantee you're not going to get a better deal on electricity than what we got with Zoom Energy. I guarantee you AT&T is going to help reduce that cost. I got the best deals you can possibly find. And you know what? I got so few customers, 0 customers trying to be salesy. In fact, think about your social media channel and all you see is people, friends of yours that are constantly bombarding you with ads and sales and stuff. Does that make you feel good when they're always promoting something to you? It's kind of frustrating, right? So why do we do the same thing? Why do we do the same thing sometimes? My mentor smacked me around and helped me realize it's not about being salesy. There's an authentic approach that you can take here, and there's some magic words. When you say these words and incorporate it into a genuine approach, you're going to have a lot more success in this business, Marshall. And so I started learning these magic words that you see on the screen here, like favor, why, help, support. Type that in the chat if you would. Favor, why, help, support. If you make this something that's just an automatic, reflex, an automatic thing that you're saying, a tattoo if you have to, but just make sure that this is the words you're using, and we combine it into a script like this, you're going to have some incredible success. So I'm going to invite, if I could, my brother, Mr. Jonathan Thomas, if you don't mind, if you're in a position, I would love for you to just role play with me for a second on this script. Are you in a position to do so, sir?
Absolutely, brother. Let's do it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And I want you guys to hear that I'm using the same structure, but I'm making it my own. And the reason why is because I practiced it a lot with my mentor. Okay. So I would call up JT. Now, outside of this business, he's a great friend of mine. So I'm going to reach out to him and talk to him as a great friend would, right? So anyway, JT, how you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm good, Marshall. How are you, brother? How's that baby, man?
Man, he's just the greatest blessing, but he's a lot of work. I'm sure you can imagine.
Yes,
So
sir.
your friend Charlene knows about that. And
Absolutely.
but anyway, I wanted to reach out to you, man. I just wanted to see if you'd be willing to do me a huge personal favor.
Oh, of course, man. What you got? What you need?
Well, yeah, I appreciate it, man. I've actually been very passionate about a program I'm working on that involves essential services, and I called you because you're always that guy I can rely upon, and especially right now in this season. The reason why I'm doing this is because of the fact that David has changed everything about our life, right? I want to spend as much time with him and with Gabby and, even offset some of this real estate volatility. And actually, bro, I'm up for a promotion and just need a couple more customers by tomorrow at midnight. So if I could find something that might make sense for you, and if you could do me a huge favor and support me and try one of the services, it would mean the world to me. Can you do that for me?
Of course, brother. Essential services, right? I mean, I'm already paying
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, I'm already paying it, man. So yeah, of course. Yeah, whatever you
Yeah.
need, if it'll help you, cool.
Thank you so much, brother. I promise I won't recommend anything that makes sense. In fact, you mind if I see about the quote that we can get you for healthcare, a free quote?
Man, absolutely. Blue Cross Blue Shield I'm paying 660 a month with
Oof.
no kids, brother. No, I don't even have a kid like you. Like you got a kid. Like I'm by myself, man. They're killing
Yeah.
me. Looking at my tax returns, it's crazy.
I know it. I know it. Well, thank you, Mr. Thomas. I appreciate you role playing with me. And guys, I want you to feel about, my approach. It wasn't that salesy. It was actually more authentic. I talked about, I asked for a favor, first of all, which opened up his mind. And then I talked about my why. The reason why I'm doing this is because I've got a son, I've got a wife, I'm trying to spend more time with them. Real estate is a little bit rocky. JT talked about his mom. Maybe he's trying to do something to support his mom. Charlene, of course, talking about spending time with her family more and supporting the ministry. And whatever your why is, let people know what it is. Because if you open up your heart like that, it opens up their heart. And not only do they want to support you, they stay your customer even when there's a better deal that comes around. They're going to remember your son or your wife or your daughter or your husband or your ministry or your mom, those kinds of things, and they stay your customer. So, in closing, you want to start mastering this and become your own customer right away. When you do that in your first day to 2 days and go with that recommended plan that we talked about, you're going to see a quick return that you can talk about to other people when we get into this next training section. And when you master just a couple of services, you're going to actually become so good at them that the rest just fall into place. And we actually are starting up advanced customer trainings where we're going to cover a lot of the details about these services that are available. So I know that this changed my life, guys, when I started learning the proper way to reach out to people in this business, using the recommended approaches. Make sure to practice with your mentor and get qualified right away if you haven't already. So we're going to go right into our team training, a team building section, and we're going to take a quick little trip down to South Texas and meet up with another real estate brother of mine, a brother in Christ, and someone I have the world's most respect for. He's been an incredible leading by example, individual, and I'm just so blessed to share this digital stage. It's Regional Director, Mr. David Olivares. David, the call is yours, bro.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please give my friend a huge round of applause. I was just on edge listening to all those gold nuggets. I've known him for years, but the way he always says something, he always pick up something new. So thank you for your leadership. Thank you for always wearing your heart on your sleeve and going the extra mile. Right. Now we're going to teach you how to build an army of customer getters. Who wants to build an army of customer getters? Okay, let me see those hands going up. Good, 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 good. Quick question before I talk a little bit more about my background. Do you think it would be better to only get customers or build an army of customer getters? An army of customer getters. It's a no-brainer. Now I say customer getters because you can have an army, but if nobody's doing anything, everybody's sitting on their butts doing nothing, nobody's making any money. So you got to work, right? My background is in real estate. I've been in real estate for about nearly 22 years. A few years ago, I said, you know what? I'm getting so burnt out. I love it, but I need to be able to have some more family time. So I took a look at this. It was God sent. That's the way I really feel about it. And I still do real estate. I do other things too, but now I get to work it around my own schedule, and my family comes first before everything the way it should be, right? God, family, and then business, right? So let's get ready to build a team. Now, everybody take notes. Let's do some screenshots too. Once that loads right there, launching your business by building a team, right? Now, there we go. Don't you love technology? This first thing is you want to book a meeting, right? You can dream about having a big team, but if you never book that meeting, you're never going to have that team. You want to do this the first 24 to 48 hours. Even for some of those that have been doing the business a while, at the beginning of the week, I always book my PBZs. Well, technically, I do it on Fridays, whatever's coming for the next week, right? You want to be prepared, plan your schedule, treat it like a business, and it'll pay you like a business. A private business Zoom within the next 24 hours, you set the time and you pick the date and the time. Think about it. Like for if you're gonna go, let's just say, to we'll use the example of getting married, right? But for those of you who might either want to get married someday or are married, did you ask everybody who's going to be on your guest list, hey, does this time work for you? Does that time work for you? No, you said, look, this is when it's going to be. If you want to support me, if you want to be there, you're going to be there, right? If not, too bad, it's their loss, right? So you got to have that uh, edge about how bad you want things, right? And you want to make a list of A players. You know, it says 100 names. Don't stop there. Your list is going to be organic. And please, ladies and gentlemen, do not prejudge. Somebody could have looked at, let's just say, any of us here that maybe we're doing relatively well and said, oh, this person's already making money. They're too busy. No, they're not going to look at my ACN business. No, 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 no. No, never prejudge. Now, if you were, let's just say, somebody gave you the basketball team in your state, like I'm in Texas, so let's just say somebody gave you the Rockets, right? Yeah, or they gave you the Mavericks, right? You want to pick the best players, right? Start with a cream of the crop. Business owners, right? Real estate agents, people in the insurance industry, medical professionals, people who have network marketing experience, or let's just say sales, people who are making over $100,000, basically people who are making money, and then everybody else. Now, if you are in any of those industries, can you just please just comment on the chat? And you're going to see that a lot of the people are going to fall in one of these categories, right? And then third, you want to invite, right? Because the reality of it, ladies and gentlemen, is that 50% are not going to show, right? And then it's kind of funny because it works, because 50% of those that show, 50% of those are going to like the business. And then 50% of those are going to say, you know what, I want to get started. The other part might be customers. So you want to think big, your grand opening, because at the end of the day, the person who puts the most people on a Zoom is going to win the fastest, right? You want to make money fast or you want to make money slow? I don't know about you, but I think fast sounds a lot better, right? Bills are not going to wait. Next, ladies and gentlemen, these are the magic words, the words that work. Take a picture of this, but I'm going to give you a couple of golden nuggets here. Make it your own, stick with a script, right? But you don't sound like a robot. Role play with whoever you're working with. Start with your warm market, somebody who's on that list, right? That way you get comfortable and get to know whoever is going to be presenting for you. There's a reason for you, right? For that, right? So for this role playing, I'm going to actually call somebody who's in my industry, in the real estate. We're going to go all the way to California. And my good friend, she's a loan officer, Miss Christina Martinez. Could you unmute yourself and help us out here, please?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Now, she's my warm market. She's my friend. We've done business before, so that's where I'm going to start, right? Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello,
Hey, Christina, how you doing?
David. Hey, I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Hey, I am super, super fantastic. I love hearing your energy. You're always positive, but I know you're working. So listen, look, Christina, I've only got a minute. Got a crazy question for you. Do you ever look at other ways of making money this year?
I would say all the time.
I know real estate has been good, but I don't know about you, but do you ever feel like you just kind of go, 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 go? You don't have enough time on your hands?
Yeah, and then, you close the deal and that's it. You're done.
Yeah, you're broke by the time you finish at closing. So that's why I actually started looking. Look, I met a gentleman. His name is Marshall Stewart. He's actually in real estate, by the way, and he's having a lot of success. He's actually expanding an online business in essential services. Now, this may or may not be for you, but I was able to get about 15 minutes of his time. Can I put you down as coming so you can evaluate it with me?
Hold on, David. You know how my schedule is. When and like how long?
You know what? It's going to be about 15 minutes tomorrow at 3 o'clock, right? And I'd love for you to put you down and see if you could just evaluate it with me. Trust me, you just got to be on there.
You know what? I trust you and I value your opinion. So absolutely, yes, I'm available for 15 minutes. Let me hear what you have to say.
Awesome. Give her a round of applause. Now, we're going to take it one step further. Ask me a question ask me another question, whatever, right?
David, what kind of business is this?
You know what, Christina? That's a great question. I don't know all the answers, but this is what I know. The gentleman's name is Marshall Stewart. And based on the success that he's having, he's going to share all the information. Like, once again, it may or not be for you, but trust me, it's only 15 to 20 minutes. Can I send you the link so we can evaluate it together? Trust me, just come.
No. Okay, I am open-minded and again, I trust you. So yes, you have me for 15 minutes.
Awesome. Give her a double round of applause. That is so much fun. I love it. I get excited, right? Another big tip, smile when you're on the phone. People can tell if you're smiling, right? Now, please don't say these words. Don't say ACN, because the next thing they're going to do, they're going to go look on Google and then they know everything about it. Don't say $2.99. Don't say anything about $25. If they try to ask you these questions, like I answered Miss Christina, go back to the previous slide. Don't start rambling and fire hosing people, talking about all the companies and this and that, and how much you love Zoom and how much you love Spectrum and the AT&T and the healthcare, and you're going to scare them away. You're going to freak them out. It's like asking somebody to marry you on the first date. You're going to run out the door and all you're going to see is, smoke going out the door, right? Moving on next. Meeting etiquette, very important. Send the text message reminder to your guests 15 minutes prior. Have a confirmation list. Give your confirmation list to whoever is going to be presenting for you. They're going to make some confirmation calls, right? Have a professional background. Have your camera on. Your guests are watching. You wouldn't look weird if I was talking to you, trying to train you guys, and I have my camera off. I mean, that just looks, I mean, that looks so disrespectful, especially if you're presenting, right? Now, have your lights on, test your microphone and your video. You want to do a sound check. Welcome your guests as they come in. Hey, Robert. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you. I'm so excited to have you on. And then you can introduce your presenter. As I mentioned, get to know who your presenter is. Learn something about them. And you don't want to be like, hey, here's JT. I mean, that's not a lot of edification, right? Tell them to hold their questions till the end, right? That way they don't start jumping in between, right? Make sure everybody's muted once the presenter starts. Pay attention. Even though you may know the information, you've been doing this for 5 years, 6 years, 5 months, whatever, pay attention. Your guests are watching you. Avoid distractions. I know kitties and babies are cute, but you don't want them running across your keyboard and screaming in the background, right? Next thing is you want to set up your Zoom meeting within the first 24 to 48 hours. Text whoever your presenter is going to be. Text them right now and tell them, look, I want my Zoom meeting this date. Give them 2 dates, right? And moving on next, we're going to teach you the business mindset of being a business owner, right? It's not always easy because you're going to have to get used to being told no, just as the same times as when they tell you yes. The gentleman who's going to close us out, don't go away, please. He's a good friend of mine. He's a man of God all the way from Houston, Texas, regional vice president, soon to be senior vice president, Mr. JT Thomas.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, David. Guys, I want to thank the leadership here and all of you guys for enduring this incredible training and staying here, taking good notes. So, thank you, David, for your training. Thank you, Charlene, and all of the people who, Miss Christina, you did an incredible job. Thank you so much for role playing and helping out, and everyone else who had a part. But listen, all of you had a part in this. You all played team, and this is an incredible call. But I'm gonna wrap it up. I know we went a little bit long, but that's okay because this is the most important part. We're going to dive right into it, and then we're going to get into some breakout rooms. Let's talk about the mindset, because to me, all of the other stuff makes sense, right? It's great. These things all make sense. But here's the thing. I like talking about the mindset because to me, this is the most important way that you're going to see success in any business. It doesn't matter if you're in this business or doing another business, you have to have the proper mindset. So the first thing I want you to do is make a decision. Make a decision whether this is for you or not. Listen, it's a simple business, guys. We get paid when people pay bills. Like I said earlier, a 5-year-old can explain what we do. So make a decision. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only $299. I don't want to sound, rude, but I do want to tell you that opening a business costs way more. We can all agree, all the business owners on this call, more than $299. Matter of fact, just for me to have my business name, an LLC, S Corp, it costs more than the entire business of ACN. So guys, make that simple decision tonight to get started, or help your friend out and just thank them for even thinking about you to take a look at this, okay? That's number one. Number two, you want to determine your why. Why are you doing this? My why was my mother. She was going through cancer and I needed more time back, not just money. I needed more time. So that was my why. So write that down if you're new tonight. Why do you need this to work? Why do you need residual income? Because ladies and gentlemen, we know people who make a lot of money, but they have no time. And then the vice versa, right? No money and a lot of time. And some people are like, man, I know people that got no time and no money. But anyway, guys, just understand, determine your why, and know why you're doing this. Number three, you got to be coachable. Because see, what I had to come to this business and understand was that I come from insurance. I come from the consulting world. I know how to consult small and medium businesses, but I don't know this business. So I had to be coachable to my mentors to show me how to be successful here. So be coachable. Have a great work ethic. Commit to yourself. Commit to your why. Never quit. And guys, here's what I'll tell you. Make sure you do the personal development. Grow yourself. Grow yourself. Read the books. This is Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read this book, read that book. Another book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, John C. Maxwell. These are things that you should read to go get better. Because see, what I've learned in my life is that you got to be what you want to see. Okay, so you got to grow, guys, and make sure you do those things, grow yourself. Now, there is a certain thing called emotional roller coaster in this business. There's ups and downs in anything, right? And right, Daryl? Daryl's looking at me like, yeah, there's ups and downs and everything. That right, kind of look like the candlesticks, like anyway. There's ups and downs in everything. All right. And just understand that in business, guys, there's things that, there's good days and there's bad days. There's times when you're going to talk to people, they're going to be excited, and then you're going to talk to somebody else and they're going to think, oh, you're crazy for doing this thing. How can you do this thing and you're getting paid when people pay bills? That doesn't seem like it makes sense, even though I'm paying bills. Guys, just ride the roller coaster. Keep the bar down. This is normal. Focus on your why. And here's what I'll tell you. You got to have the right mindset to sort. There's what we call red apples. There's what we call green apples. And then there's the rotten ones, okay? And that's okay. Love them all. But here's the thing. The red apples are the people that say yes. The green apples are the people that say maybe. And then the brown apples are going to say no, or rotten apples, right? That's okay, right? But you want to learn how to sort, not sell. Do not sell anybody. I want you to put that in the chat right now. Don't sell anybody. Just understand that it's a sorting business. 80% of your time, you're looking and working with red apples in this business. 20% dealing with the green apples, and 0% of your time with negative rotten apples, guys. Now, there's a 4-step system before we close out, and I'm going to bring this up. You know, congratulations, you attended a quick start training. Guys, these are basic trainings. There's other trainings that are product trainings and other things that you'll be able to 100% learn more about the product. Okay, this is just a basic training. The next thing you want to do after that is you want to get qualified. If you're not qualified tonight, make sure you get qualified. Remember, 5 services, 10 points. And then you want to host your Zoom meeting like Mr. David trained just now, how to host your own Zoom meeting where you can invite people to share this opportunity. And then number 3, you want to attend the leadership class. Miss Charlene talked about this. You want to make sure you attend your leadership class. Again, they're going to pull back the covers of this simple system that has been #1 for 16 years straight. And then you want to attend your first local and national event, guys. I promise you attend those events. Those are key. And we do have an event that's coming up here locally in Houston. We have a special guest speaker. The #1 Senior Vice President, Mr. Michael Mazer, will be in the house. Of course, Senior Vice President MD Rahman and other leaders, guys. This is going to be an incredible event. This is February the 17th. If you're in the Houston area, you want to make sure that you get to this event. And here is the last video showing a national convention that we will have in March. And I'm going to be right back. Let me show you this video, and then we're going to come back and close this out.
ACN is much more than making money. ACN is a way of life. ACN will impact every aspect of your life if you give it a chance. For the last 30 years, I can tell you that we've changed many lives, and we're about to change your life, those of you that are here for the very first time.
When you come to these events, let me tell you what's going to happen. ACN is going to get inside of you.
You are 100% at the right place.
We are fired up. Training, recognition. This is absolutely amazing.
I promise you, you can go all the way if you put into practice what you learned this weekend.
Whether you want to or not, you're leaving a legacy.
We are so excited to be here at the Elevate event in person and live.
If you can't get better here, where thousands of people want you to get better, where are you going to go to get better?
Successful IBOs understand it's timing.
So if you give them direction on something to do, they'll accomplish the goal. Be results oriented.
If you want to see 2024 be all that more for you and your family, elevate yourself, elevate your mind.
People are absolutely fired up to change their lives after seeing everything that they came to see. The convention has done its job.
You know how you accomplish anything in life? Persistent effort. We hold ourselves accountable for representing these co-founders at the highest level. It's not more content that you need, it's connection.
And not just belief in the company, not just belief in the industry, but most importantly, belief in yourself. See, when somebody believes, they can achieve.
You are already Senior Vice President Platinums. You are leaders. You already are successful. You have to believe it first, and then it will happen. You have to be before it is.
All right, guys, and that's the Dallas event. That's the next national event, guys. Here you go. You can take a screenshot of this QR code. Go ahead and register. It's coming up pretty soon, March the 9th, March the 10th. Those days we will have that national convention, and it's going to be an incredible event. And as I close out today, we're going to go into some breakout rooms to answer some questions, set a game plan for yourself, understand what we can do to move your business forward. Before I close out, I just want everybody to know those national events are incredible, guys. I wouldn't be here without those national events, because even though I believe this was a simple business, I needed to believe the co-founders. I needed to know who I'm in business with. I needed to know what was their vision. And I only follow people with great vision, big vision, okay? So that's why you have to attend those national events. Make sure you register, guys. But we're going to jump into some breakout rooms. Again, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your time, everybody. God bless you. And we'll jump into some breakout rooms. Everybody have a good night, everybody.